shocking headlines when you should and should not be worried by them. That's why we're here today. First up is a brand new scary study. It says that engaging in oral sex has been found to raise your risk of cancer by up to 22 times. We're talking about oral cancer in this scenario. Is this legit? Is it an exaggeration? I want to say that we're not here saying that oral sex causes, like if you have oral sex, you're going to get cancer. But it is interesting how HPV, human papillomavirus, is the leading cause. 70% of head and neck cancers are because of HPV, which we know is passed through oral sex very commonly, or that's one of the common ways it is transferred from one person to the next.
HPV is actually responsible too for a lot of anal cancer.
Yeah, and it's kind of a scary phenomenon because when we were training, it was like alcohol and smoking were the causes.
Exactly. As a head and neck cancer surgeon, I mean, those were the factors that contributed to head and neck cancer. Nowadays, I mean, you just said it's 70%. That's a huge number. And I've seen cases in friends of mine, younger, non-smokers, their kids who developed head and neck cancer, and it's related to HPV virus.
Sure. And I think when we really look at it, what is it, around 48,000 new cases of head and neck cancer a year, 10,000 deaths related to it. It's really something that we do need to be discussing. But like we said, it's not necessarily that you give oral sex or you receive oral sex and you will end up with head and neck cancer. It's more so that there's a lot of HPV going around that's actually, in some people, causing head and neck cancer. So I think we have to...
And we talked about this before the show, that I think a lot of young people consider oral sex safe sex. But the reality is the more partners you've had oral sex with, the higher you are at risk. And you have to be aware of that. And we've also talked about HPV, the vaccine. Importantly, it does protect against HPV strains 16 and 18, which is a wonderful thing, and two very common strains that can cause cancer. But HPV is silent up to 80. You know, most people have it. They don't even know they have it, and that's why
it is related to venereal warts in some cases where you visibly have lesions. Obviously, if you have those, they need to be taken care of.
We'll be right back.